All right, this is a solution to problem number 18 from the Math Level 1 practice exam. Which element, the question is, which element is not in the domain of f of x? So, quick recap on domain. Those are the inputs into a function. You put them, and I say put into, kind of thinking about, you may have heard of like a function machine. So you put those into a function. In this case, it's called f. And you get outputs for each input. And that set of outputs is called the range. Now in this problem, f of x is equal to the square root of 3 minus x. Now it says, so we have to find out which element is not in the domain. So here are the choices. Negative 12, negative 9, 0, 3, and 12. So presumably, since 1 is not in the domain, that means there will be 4 that are in the domain. So most of these should check out and they should be okay as inputs to this function. One of them, however, will not. Also note that the outputs are elements of the real numbers, so we're not talking about imaginary or undefined values or anything like that. So one thing you can do is just kind of plug in these inputs and see if they do indeed have real outputs. So if they could work in this function. F of negative 12 would be 3 minus negative 12, which is the square root of 15, which is an irrational number, but certainly real. F of negative 9, 3 minus negative 9, which would be square root of 12, which is also real. F of 0, 3 minus 0, square root of 3, that's real. F of 3 is going to be 3 minus 3, which is the square root of 0, which is 0. No problem with that. Finally, f of 12, 3 minus 12, so in the radical we'll have negative 9. So you can't take the square root of a negative number and expect a real output, which we need for this problem. So now be careful, don't pick number 9. That was this. The first 4 we ruled out. Negative 9, square root of negative 9 is not a real output, it's imaginary. Therefore 12 is not in the domain. So the answer is choice E.